So, yeah. So that was a good sleepy meditation? Good. Good. So if you're joining us again, I hope you're all nice and sleepy. Did anybody notice anything with the chakra stuff that, like, you had some old issues come up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Anything, any specific chakra?
I actually, it's not identifiable yet.
Oh, yeah?
It's
Thanks,
going
Reese.
back to hospital time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some weird, it's been an interesting weekend, let's just put that way.
Okay, so that's something we can talk about too if you want. But this stuff is really...
It's not anything I can't share here. It's
okay, so this is really important stuff. When you're doing spiritual work, it's so important to write things down for a number of reasons. Not just because you need to get it out. It actually has a lot to do with tracking what's going on. Hi, Sherry. So if you don't write it down, it's like a dream in a sense. You'll forget certain details, and then it will also get confusing like later on when you try to remember the timing of stuff. So I always recommend like write down the most detailed stuff that you can, because you'll be able to realize the pattern and what needs to be changed so you don't get the same stuff over and over again. So I'll just share for Kristen a little bit, but Kristen lost one of the coolest guys, her husband Ian, a few years back, and yeah, so she had some stuff come up with something. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, it was very bizarre, actually. I mean, it started with the videos that went around from your house party.
Oh, I believe that.
That was the first trigger.
Yeah.
And it surprised me. I mean, it really surprised me.
Yeah. I mean, I think I have...
Videos go around every year. They never bothered me before.
Yeah, but you want to know something? I kind of had the same reaction too. So it's kind of interesting because I've seen that every year we come up with that. I'm like, oh, I love this picture. This is my favorite picture of them. And then, but for whatever reason, the videos were like, wow, probably had a lot to do with being quarantined.
I didn't see the picture of Peach Man go around, but I was expecting it, and that didn't. So.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever saw the video of you and Ian dancing together. So that was the first time I ever saw it, and that took my breath away.
Yeah.
But then I guess it was like Thursday night or Friday night that was happening. I think it was Friday night that really backed up. And Saturday morning, I woke up in the morning, and I have not had this happen since I was in the hospital. I woke up in the morning, and I could not open my eyes. I was awake, but I couldn't open my eyes. I stumbled to the bathroom, and I actually almost fell off the toilet.
Oh, God. Okay.
And I went back to bed, and weird parts of my body hurt. Like, it felt organ-like. So it was like in my kidney area suddenly felt achy, and then it stopped. And that was fine, because I was breathing, and I was doing, like, breathing exercises, and I was trying to focus.
Okay.
And then it stopped. So I can't identify the chakra that was acting up.
So I think I have an idea of what's going on. So remember, like, the chakra stuff is like the way it's written, which is why you'll hear me in the first part of Sunday nights talk about how they're all related, because in the way that they're written, if you look up the chakra, they make it a clear delineation of how things are. But the truth is that's not how our bodies work, right? Because, like, if you know any Chinese medicine, yes, they're all ruled by certain things. Governed, they'll say, that's governed by this. But Renee can attest, she's an acupuncturist, that one thing affects the other because there's the everything just goes together. It's supposed to be like that because we're a unit, right? We're not like little body parts. And that goes with spiritual stuff too. So it's not like, oh, we only work on this part and this part only works. Like, that's why tonight's thing was like, don't forget, like, you're doing the third eye, but everything else still has to be working. Otherwise you're going to be like, and out of balance. So what you're talking about, to me, it feels like you were experiencing some of what Ian experienced also, and your kidney is representative of fear in Chinese medicine. So guess that would probably have a lot to do with like that those videos kind of uprooted you, so that what's the uprooting goes into the base chakra, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and
well,
then
that never even occurred to me, the base.
That's why I'm here.
So, yeah, that didn't even occur to me.
Yeah. So that's part of it, and then the fear, like, it goes into the kidneys. That's the bladder channel and the kidneys. Hey Frank and Heidi, hi. So it's all connected. So I think when you start to see it like that, it's kind of relieves some of that fear too, because it's not just like, oh, why did that shake me? Well, it shook you because, number one, we've been quarantined and all this other stuff in the past few months, and like we haven't had that capability of even having experiences like that right now. And that brings us back to a time where it was so easy for us to do those things. And we had, like, we're talking about a gathering at my house, my parents' house, years ago. And the people, when I was watching the video, I was like, Mary was there? Oh my God, Colleen was like, there were people there that I haven't seen together in so long. So it was like, oh my God, my friend Ian, you know, so I obviously knew Ian was there, but, so it's a time that we don't have access to that the same way. And that does feel unearthing. So it's not just the unrooting, right? Like, look at the other word, unearthing. It feels unearthing, like, wow, I don't feel like connected like that right now. That's not available. So that makes sense. And then it brings you, of course, to like some of that physical pain that he was dealing, and then the fear of that stuff. So
that Friday night, I was actually in a full like PTS response about it. It was so crazy.
I totally believe it. But I do think that the more you learn about these things, it does help allow it to pass faster. So you can like bring yourself to that awareness, like, oh, okay, well, that's what that was. All right, I get that. And then it will also help bring your connection to Ian draw in closer, because you won't be so nervous or scared about that type of stuff. So when it comes up again, because like I know you're very connected, but what I'm saying, when it comes up again, because it always does, right? At some point it'll come up again. You'll be able to release it a lot faster, and you'll be like, okay, now I don't associate Ian with pain, because right, we don't want that. So there's that. Anybody else? If you can answer on Facebook, you're welcome to. If you've noticed that as we're doing some of this chakra work, anything that's come up emotionally that, you know, you want to discuss with us or ask me a question about, I can help figure out like what chakra is being affected, or how you're being affected, and what's going on. So that's doesn't have to be on here. You can message me too, but it's kind of nice to have a community forum as well. Renee, you want to share a little bit about yesterday?
What happened there?
Come on, bring that awareness. Yesterday, got emotional about something.
I lost your, I couldn't hear you for a second for some reason.
Yesterday, what were you,
Okay,
so
you were talking to me, I wasn't even
yes,
sure.
yes,
I thought you might have been talking to me.
no,
Yeah. Well, I had my good friend over yesterday with his wife and baby, not even, I don't think
he's not even a year, he's like,
year old
no,
yet.
he's not a year old yet.
And,
Thank you,
I'm
Candace.
scared to hug anyone, especially holding a baby, but like, they're okay with it. They know I've been quarantining and being careful, and I know they have been too, because we both have, you know, lived with our senior family members. Anyway, the baby was just like, even the wife, Chelsea, is looking at me like, he loves you. Like, he's looking at me like, and he's kind of like, he was trying to like come towards me, like reaching out to me. So she's like, here, hold him, you know? And so I hold him, but I'm being very, you know, trying to be disconnected to him. But the baby is just looking at me like these googly eyes, these hard eyes. And then he turns himself around so I can hold him like cradled. And then he turns around to face me, and he wouldn't stop giving me these like adult hugs.
Like real
Like,
hugs, yeah.
Practically choking me, like, against me, and I'm trying not to, like, cry like crazy in front of them, but after the day was over, they see that, like, oh my God, please.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when it all hit me, and the fact I was able to socialize again, I just, full. like it just hit me like a ton of bricks, and like I still felt that hug even hours after.
Yep.
It makes me emotional now thinking of it.
Right. You know, I think the crazy thing too is that, you know, I'll speak for my friends, but my friends, like, we know how important hugs are. Like, we know that. I don't think everybody necessarily knew that before this. It wasn't necessarily a given, but like, we really know that our hugs are super important. And anybody that knows me well, like, I will purposely, like, I don't purposely make you uncomfortable. I will make people extra, like, I'm going to hug you really, really long. And some people, like, don't know what to do with it. I'm like, well, this is going to happen. And then, like, eventually they go, oh my God, I feel so much better, because, you know, after about 30 seconds, like, the whole body, I say even faster than that, the whole body wants it and releases it. But it's our mental state of, like, no, that we shouldn't do physical contact this long. So I already know this, and my good friends know how I hug and how it can be or whatever. So I think for us, you know, we know what we're missing, right? Like, we really know it. And then when you do get that little bit, we're like, oh my God, like, I knew I was missing this, but holy crap. You know? And I don't know. I think it's a good thing in the sense that, you know, we won't ever take it for granted. And we're just gonna have to love each other more and more. Oh, Reese, I love your huggies too. Squee, happy. I have to say that, you know, if I didn't have my kids hugging me all the time, particularly my son, he is the hugger. I would probably be worse off for sure, because he really, really forces me into hugging. He's like,
Breaking up again.
I am. Boo. Well, you guys sound perfect. Hi, Renee. I see you on Facebook. How's that? Is that better? I see you. Yeah, thank you.
Renee, look what you could have. You could have this if you just let Henry in.
He doesn't
Heidi,
want to
big
come in.
huggies.
He's happy. He's got the whole world.
Why you
He's
keep
got
saying
outside.
she?
I thought he was a
She
she.
is happy.
Oh, yeah, she.
She is happy.
She was Henrietta.
We're always talking
I
about
know
Renee's
she.
cat that lives outside but is trying to
What?
domesticate herself.
Their butt.
Stop talking about butts. I'm on live TV. Cat butt.
I actually got my niece has 3 cats, and I got her a coloring book, and it's all about cat butts.
Cat butts?
It's all shots here. Actually, she colored.
What?
That's okay.
Sent it to my mom.
What are you
No,
talking
it's
about?
It's coloring. It's a
It's a
drawing.
coloring book. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Anyway,
Where'd it go?
Zoom is going crazy. I'm going to
I don't know where.
lower the volume on Jordan because he's scaring me.
All right.
Anyway, cat butt. I might get more views this way. I don't know. Maybe I should just tag cat butts for attention. We'll see what happens. Kristen's like, what happened? Anyway, okay, so back to the chakra work. So you might also start to notice, like I keep telling people, old stuff will come back. I don't just mean physical stuff. I mean emotional stuff as in terms of lessons. So be on the lookout that if you get those big lessons that you did not like the first time, this is your opportunity to seize the moment and say, oh no, I recognize this lesson and I don't want to stay in it for much longer at all. And you can finish a lesson, like just as if you were in school, much faster because you're just being aware. So let me know if that happens to you. If you need guidance, I will guide you. Usually it just takes a lot of me reflecting back to you so you can hear your words and then you figure it out on your own. But let me tell you, it's coming up for me too, guys. So you're not alone. So the day when Kristen was talking about those videos, I was waiting at the doctor's office for my husband and I was fine until I'm like, wait, it's taking way too long. What's wrong? But nothing was wrong. They were just being jerks, but that's okay. But anyway, so I was emotional that day too, and I was watching it and stuff was happening and I kept thinking about all the chakra homework and I started painting again that night and started trying to channel all that energy. particularly because Ian was so creative. And like when we did the dance together, I forgot about that too, because he used to dance. And like suddenly we were
I don't
just...
even remember ever seeing that video before this.
I don't remember. I forgot about it. And then like we were in sync and like, I don't know. It's just...
I don't have it. I don't have it. Yeah, when they were...
Yeah,
they were both
we just like started
side by
shuffling.
side on the other side of like the island.
Yeah.
By the dining room table. It was,
Dancing like
No, but
if
he
you look in the
could
background,
really
you see the
dance.
table talking to Bill.
There's not many guys that would have done that fast with me. He could really dance. So, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, he was a trained ballet.
he was a good dancer. So we'll just put it that way. So as these things come up, just remember, like throat chakra, and you felt all those waves happening. It's going to be more than just feeling the waves. It's going to be the lessons repeating. And I'm just warning you right now. Not just ride it, but you're going to ride it with grace this time. So to keep telling yourself like, all right, well, this is not fun, but I remember this lesson. So we're not going to stay there that long, and you're going to go through it. I'm going to shut off Facebook Live right now. And I wish you all the best for this week, but how about the best every day? And not everything has to look like, I wanted to say sugar plums and honey drops. That's not a saying, but now it is. Doesn't all have to be so happy all the time, but what it does need to be is awareness, and keep growing that awareness. And the more you do that type of work, the faster you'll get through the crummy parts and you'll go back into the happiness. That's really the secret, right? Reese, I love you so much. And we really do need to hang out. We'll do our fire distance or whatever. Fire distance, is that now a new term? Social distancing fire pit. That's what I meant to say. I know you know what I meant. Okay. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys on Facebook soon. And that's it. Chai latte.